Wednesday, the 17th, we are on lower body. 4, 5, or 6 rounds, only one part. 12 reps of each weighted split squat per, 3-point toe taps per, scissor lunges per, forward jumps with step back. Okay, so this one is really not good if you have bad knees. I have a weird thing in only one of my knees that it just happens randomly where it'll just be like this burning pain in the middle of my kneecap, and I have to like go like this until it pops and then it goes away. So when I tried to do this one for my workout, it was happening and I had to stop. I could not do this. So if you're somebody who has knee issues or regular knee pain, you're probably gonna wanna go to the video and resources where I have the video about no bending and substitutions, and pick out like all new exercises because you're probably not gonna be able to do any of these. So, weighted split squat. Hopefully my knee doesn't hurt me now. Three-point toe tap. Scissor lunges. 1, 2, and forward jumps with step back. Okay, so weighted split squats. So our split squat stance is essentially a lunge that is not moving, okay? So when we've talked about lunges before, we talk about stepping back, being railroad and not tightrope, so you wanna still see both feet, and then you sink down, 90 degree, 90 degree. So when you do your split squat stance, it's the same stance, but you never move. So you never step back together, you always have an open stance. So you're in your open stance and you just sink down, up, sink down, up, sink down, up, okay? So your split squat is very simple, but it is a difficult exercise, especially if you're gonna use weight. And then of course you do the other side. 3-point toe tap. So this one is trickier than it seems as well, because it's another one where one leg stays in its place, the other leg moves all around, so all the weight is bearing on this one leg. But again, because you're moving around, your core has to stabilize, your leg has to stabilize, so it's a really good exercise. It's just going to probably be harder than you thought it would be. So you're going to pick a leg to start with. I'm gonna start with my right. So I'm slightly bent down, and I'm going to tap in front of me, and when I tap in front, I almost push away with my hands, back to middle. Tap to the side, I go the other opposite direction with my hands, tap back to the middle, tap behind, and I go forward with my hands. So that's just a balance thing. You could literally do it with no hands at all, but that's how I like to do it. So forward, middle, side, middle, back, middle, 1. Forward, middle, side, middle, back, middle, 2. Forward, side, back, forward, side, back. So I can already feel this leg starting to burn. Side, back, forward, side, back, okay? So it's not as much about how you're tapping or where you're tapping or anything like that. It's just the fact that you're moving in all directions and this leg is doing all the work. And then of course, you're gonna switch sides. Then we have our scissor lunges. So scissor lunges is combining your forward and your backward lunge or reverse lunge, okay? So when I do them, I like to start back. So you're gonna go backward, forward, 1. Backward, forward, 2. So when I do it, I have enough strength or balance where I can glide through. So I go back and I glide right into my forward lunge, 1. I go back, glide into my forward lunge, 2. If you can't do that, you're gonna go back, front, 1. Back's kind of like a pendulum. Front, 2, okay? So you just keep going back and forth, and then you're gonna switch sides. For our jump. So this one, I always tell people, jump like you are jumping. Don't do a little crappy jump, because this one is really, really tiring if you do it properly. So when I do it, I pretend like I'm back in track and field, and I act like I'm doing some sort of like standing long jump, okay? So I get a nice wide stance, I bring my arms up, I bring them back as I bend, and I launch forward, and then I'm gonna stay down and go 1, 2, 3, 4. That counts as 1 rep. Squat down, launch forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Okay? So the main components of this is a big jump forward and stay down as you walk back, okay? So again, if you're just going like this, that's not very tiring. If you are doing a huge jump and going back, you are going to be out of breath by the time you get to 10, and unfortunately, I think you're doing 12. Yes, so if you do it fully, you're gonna be tired. So that's why with this program and any other exercise that you do, it doesn't matter like how strong you are necessarily, how fast you are, how good you are, if you've been doing it forever, if you haven't been, it's about the effort that counts. So people might look at my program and they're like, oh, it's just at home, like it's not a big deal. Well, if you use heavy weights and you go all out, it is a big deal because you're gonna be out of breath. I'm out of breath every time I film these demo videos, and all I'm doing is just showing you how to do it. I'm not even working out. So please do a big jump. If you, again, are not sure how to get that big jump, put your hands in front of you, get a nice wide stance. When you squat, you're gonna scoop your arms back like this, and then you're gonna launch forward and bring your arms forward. So you're gonna be doing this, okay? This is how you get a big jump, all right? That is your Wednesday.